connection on YouTube.
Alrighty.
And done.
Cool.
But I don't see the Facebook, and I'm confused again with this. I clicked on, it'll go on at 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock. And I get this lineup. Where is the video?
Oh, no.
Then I'm afraid if I click on something else. See, now this says Jennifer, but it's Mimosas and Masterpieces.
Yep.
So if I go back, it's just going to go back to that thing. It says, live video will come up if you press done. I just pressed done. Where is the video? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I got to figure out how to get rid of this thing. Why does this come up when I click done? Okay, I'm going to go back. See? And there it is again. Done. Okay, camera issue. Yeah, because I'm on live stream. Here we go. I'm connecting. Why have I not connected? I don't get it. Okay, maybe it's connecting. Because look, I've got it both on. Facebook Live, YouTube. Yeah. YouTube is connected. No problem. Okay, excellent.
Awesome.
Now where is Facebook going? Connect streaming software to go live.
Sure.
Connected. Connect streaming software to go live. It says starting. I don't have a go live button. What is going on here? Let's see. I have connected streaming. What can I do here for Facebook?
Hey,
Let's go back. Let's go back again.
YouTubers on. Okay. Camera. Or string key, right? Okay, so don't you have to copy and put that string key in?
I did all of that before.
It might be a new. Every time you click on it, it may be.
See, it says happening now.
Okay.
Disconnect event. Where?
No, I don't know.
It says happening now.
Let me see.
Beach Boardwalk. There's the post.
Yeah,
Done.
Don't see it.
Edit post. All right. Is that it? Next.
Thanks, Dre. Dre's like, we see you on YouTube. I'm trying to connect it. We're trying to connect to Facebook again. This Facebook thing is just horrible lately. I don't know. Well, we're just getting.
You're seeing the live video events feature. Yes, I want to switch back.
Whatever it takes. Hey guys. Thanks, Dre. There you go. We have tons of feedback, Facebook. It sucks. Hey guys. Sipping away today. Did not eat dinner yet, so it might be very giggly after I drink this. I hope everyone's doing well. It's a happy Thursday. For kid camp this past week, we did.
Now, I sent it back and I switched.
Okay. Is it working now? Maybe.
No, now it's a scheduled live video.
Do it. For our kid camp this Tuesday, we did this little sunflower. The paintings that have come in so far from the kiddos have been so cute. I love seeing them. If you have kids and they like painting and you haven't joined our kid camp yet, you're still welcome to join. All of the videos get saved for you so you can go back to do them whenever you want to. There is 8 sessions for the summer. Every Tuesday we go live at 6 p.m. for them, and we do a pre-planned painting all chosen by all of the kids that are with us. and we just enjoy it. I love seeing the paintings come in from all the families of all the kiddos. It's so cool. We did a quick little slideshow with the ones that came in from last week's event, which was the little palm trees in the sunset. Was cute. They did a great job with that. But other than that, we are up to our beach boardwalk for today, and we're just working on those technical things for the moment. We'll give them another minute or so.
I cannot figure this out. It just keeps sending me back to the same.
All right.
Hold on. Then it said it'll go live in 15 minutes, and then I took that away.
Yeah. I mean, on my phone it says start live video right on it, but I don't.
On Facebook?
Yeah.
Start live video.
Yeah. I mean,
how come I don't see that?
I don't. Listen, I don't.
I'm going back.
I don't know. You got me. For now, I'm just telling everybody, head over to YouTube again, because we always.
This is not good.
Always seem to have an issue. Head over to YouTube.
Join live.
Sorry, guys.
How to attend? I don't want to attend. I want to stream it.
It's alright.
There's nothing that says go live.
It's funny because it says live on the event screen, but it is not live. So I don't get it. It's so crazy. I don't know.
I just want to go live.
We can't win.
Switched. Go live now. Connect streaming software to go live. I don't understand it. It is running.
All right.
It says connected.
Well, maybe it'll pop on. If not, I've already told everybody. Head over to YouTube. Write a post. We're going to share it in. Yep. Technical difficulties. Share. Sorry, all. As usual. YouTube.com/Mimosas Masterpieces. Go. Alright. We've told everybody to move over to YouTube.
Alright.
We're almost 10 after already, so.
This is not good.
Nope.
This makes me so angry.
Jobby.
We're here on YouTube. We're
Yep.
ready to go.
Exactly.
So, you know what? I'm just going to close Facebook out. Bye.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm sick of it.
Yeah. Every time we go live, there's like a new change on it, and it just.
Yes, and it doesn't explain anything.
Never the same.
Okay, well, that being said, it's Self-Care Thursday.
Which we all seem to need right now.
Yeah, we really need it. So let's just get started, and we'll just do our thing here.
Cheers.
Self-Care Thursday.
Who's checking in and painting today?
And we're happy that you're here to join us.
Yes. Thank you for coming on
Let's
back.
get Jennifer in the picture. She's always over to the far side.
It's alright. You don't have to see me, it's okay.
It's all good. We're very, very sorry about the issues that we're having on Facebook. I'm going to have to figure it out. You know, it's so confusing. It is not friendly to people who want to do live stream. I'll tell you that much.
Not, I bet you it's fine on its own, but when you're like streaming to both, it's almost like it stops you from streaming to both. It's so crazy.
I would hate to think that's the case. I really would. We should be able to. I mean, there was something we had on YouTube where we could play it on Facebook. What did we do that last week?
Oh yeah, I did that.
Let's do that.
All right. All I did was I shared it from YouTube.
That's what we can do for our Facebook people until I get to
Good
the bottom
idea.
of this craziness.
Good idea. Good idea. Okay.
Will it show up in the event or will it just show up on the page?
I could do both. So,
You're gonna do it from there?
Yeah, I'll do it from here. Don't worry about it. Yep. So it says we're live. Hi guys. Hi Brandy. It's a screwdriver kind of night. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
It's a screwdriver kind of night.
Yeah. It most definitely is. After after coming home and encountering the poopocalypse downstairs of Rascal.
Yeah, he left his mark for sure.
Oh, Angie. And that was after I already began a project of trying to clean the grout of the bathroom and everything else.
I ruined my shoes.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna wear to work tomorrow. I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna have to clean them.
You got some other ones over there, don't you?
Yeah, they're not good for my feet.
Oh, well, I mean, all right, posting into the YouTube link. There we go. Okay.
Awesome.
Now
Thank
everybody
you.
at Facebook should have everything they need to get to us. Sorry,
Yeah, we just
again.
Can't watch them.
Isn't there anyone new with us today? Hopefully not, because, oh my gosh,
Is there a way?
we're a hot mess.
New notification. You just posted Boardwalk. And where do I find it on here?
It's okay, don't worry about it.
I want to find it. I gotta
know,
see it.
but I want you to focus
Where
on
is
the
it
YouTube.
at? Where is it? It's on the
It's
Facebook
in the
page.
event. In the event.
I'm in the event.
Okay, that's where I posted it.
I would like to monitor both. I would like to see what's
Okay,
going
I
on.
posted it in the event. What
Well,
do you
I'm
want me
looking
to
in the
tell
event
you?
for it.
Okay. It just has the link. It's just the link to YouTube. That's it.
I understand that.
Okay.
Okay, you don't understand what I'm saying. Okay, it's okay.
All right. Let's go over our supplies. Hot Mess Express today. All right, 16 by 20 canvas. We have it held portrait style. We have 6 colors today. Our 5 primary colors and a little bit of brown. Our brushes we're going to use that 1-inch flat brush, that medium round number 8 brush, and that tinier detail brush, the number 4. Cup of water to rinse, paper towels to dry. I did mention if you wanted to use a ruler or an extra piece of paper for those straight lines, you can. Ruler for measuring out your where you want your rails to end. I'm just free-handing it. It doesn't really, it's okay. Of course, I've painted this one about 12, 15 times already. But you guys asked, so it's back. What else? What else am I missing? Something to sip. It's going to be something strong today. Screwdriver is a good idea, Brandy.
Yes.
And for those that don't know us, if you are tuning in today, God bless you. Thank you for hanging in there.
Yes.
I'm Jennifer. Mark's behind the camera, behind the computer. Frustrated at Facebook. We are Mimosas and Masterpieces. So welcome to our Self-Care Thursday. Alrighty, so let's get started. We're gonna work from top to bottom. I'm gonna start with that large flat brush, rinsed and dried. Large flat brush, rinsed and dried. So, as we always say before we get started, my painting is not gonna look like my painting.
And your
painting is not gonna look like my painting. It's gonna look like your painting. I painted this, like I said, 12 times, 15 times. It looks different every time I paint it. Also depends on the tones of colors that we use, how we mix. It's going to be a little different. It's totally fine. So I do want to kind of create that purple hue at the very top of my canvas. So I'm going to take my large flat brush. We're going to do corner of blue and corner of red to start. So we're just going to do those horizontal brush strokes back and forth all the way from right to left to right. And I am going to start with that. It's going to look dark, but don't worry, we're going to add white to it. So I'm just going to go right across the top, about a brush width or so down. So if your brush is about 1 inch, we're going to do about maybe 1 or 2 brush widths down with that purple color. Grabbing those edges as I go, so top edge, sides as I go. And again, it's just a little corner of blue, little corner of red. And as we brush, we sort of mix as we go. And we are going to grab some white. So same brush, not even rinsing or drying, just grabbing white. White right underneath here. We're going to blend up and then bring it down. So when we blend up, we do right to left strokes, up into that purple. You can go all the way to the top here. And then we'll bring it down a little. And same thing, all the way across, back and forth. I like to do it in small sections and then drag my brush across to sort of smooth out those little lines. But if you like the lines, the brush lines, you can keep them there. No rules, guys. There's no rules. This is about you guys. And then I just kind of drag it back and forth. You can make that as light or as dark as you want. If you want an even lighter purple color, grab more white. Easy as that. So again, that was corner blue, corner of red, about 2 brush widths down. And then I just grabbed a nice big brush of white with the same brush. I didn't rinse and dry, right underneath, and then we blended up into our purple and brought it down. And then after I do that a couple of times across to blend, I just swipe my brush all the way across, sort of smooth it all out. And then I'm just gonna grab same brush. Not even going to rinse or dry. Unless your brush is really loaded with paint, you don't have to rinse or dry. Corner of white, big corner of white, little corner of red. So big corner of white, little corner of red. This is going to be our pink. So we're going to come right underneath again. We're going to lay that under there. Same thing, we're going to blend up and then bring it down a little. So back and forth up into that purple. Bring it down. Back and forth, up into the purple, and we bring it down.
Laura Swanson says, happy
Hi,
Caring
sweetie.
Thursday to you too.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
If you need a little bit more paint on there, just grab a little more paint. It's okay. Grab those edges as you go. Do, do, do. And then again, I just sort of drag that brush all the way across. Smooth out those lines.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we'll rinse and dry. Gonna rinse and dry just to kind of clean off that brush. Gonna do one more swoop of my a little bit of red, little bit of red and white. So a little bit of red and white. Big scoop of white there. Right, we're gonna do one more brush with across here. Same thing. Blend up and then you can bring it down a little. Up and then down a little. Grab those edges again.
Okay.
And then drag your brush across. So I should be about 1/3 of the way down my canvas. And if you're not, that's not to say that it's wrong. It's okay. But I'm about a third of the way down.
Okay.
We're going to rinse and dry. And this time we're going to grab yellow. So rinse and dry good. And then I'm grabbing some yellow. So just yellow on that flat brush. Okay, right underneath where we left off. Right across, a brush width across here. You could be a little generous with your yellow paint in this section. We want to blend a little so we get some of that orange in there. So when we blend it up into our pink, it's going to turn a little orange. So we're going to go back and forth again. Right to left, up into our pink color. And that'll turn a little bit orange there. And then you can bring it down about another brush width if you need to. So right to left. Again, if you need to, you can grab a little bit more paint. I wanted you to be a little generous with that yellow paint down here, so that we have a little bit of an orange hue going down there. And again, just drag that brush all the way across. Grab the edges. There we go. So I'm just about halfway down, maybe not quite halfway down, but that's where I'm going to stop with my sky. And it's okay if you're down a little further. It's okay if you're up a little further. We're going to do our water next. But first, a sip. Give everyone a chance to get to this point. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You can chat them in there. Big weekend coming up, lots of plans for the weekend, getting things ready for the house, getting rid of junk, getting things fixed. Not exciting for most, I know. And then we'll work on our water. Right over there.
No.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's not your fault. You said that it was live. I don't see it. I cannot find it.
It doesn't. It's not playing the video. It's just the link to go to YouTube.
Oh. Okay, because that's not what it says on the page here.
I know it says that it's live, but it's not. But there's.
No, it says it's going live soon.
Oh, that's because
it hasn't.
Right.
It's 7:23.
Yeah.
And it says today at 7:15. Tune in to watch live.
Yep. Nope.
And then it just says going live.
Yeah. So sorry, Facebook boo.
Oh, okay, now I see the link.
Good. Yep.
All right, so people they're just gonna have to come over.
Yes. Very sorry, guys. YouTube it is, it looks like. Is what it is.
Yeah, thank God we put it up there on YouTube. I would hate to think we were trying to have a live on Facebook and we couldn't do it because of this crazy new system they got. I don't get it.
I know. Hey Dre, how are you? Wine coolers, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Oh No Rascal is right.
Michelle from New York just joined us.
Hey Michelle, how are you?
Awesome. What?
How's everyone doing today? Do do. All right. just making sure everyone's okay. And we're going to go to our water next. So the watercolor, I'm going to work on that with that large flat brush again. So for our water, we want to kind of make like an aqua or a teal color. So I'm going to take a little scoop of, we only need a little bit here, so I'm just going to take a little scoop of my blue, and tiny bit of that yellow, tiny bit of that yellow, and we'll just kind of mix those together a little. And I'm just kind of pressing it down on the edge of my plate or the edge of your palette, working it on that brush, and then we're just going to drag this color right across where we left off.
Okay, we've got Diane Layton, says she's watching from
Hi,
Graham,
Diane.
Washington.
Well, welcome, Diane.
And Claudia Esquivel.
Hi, Claudia.
I'm sorry, I was just able to log in. What colors have you used so far?
It's okay, sure. I know it took us a little while to get on here. So the very top, we started with a corner of blue, corner of red. You came down about 2 brush widths with that, and then I just grabbed white. Same brush, I didn't rinse or dry. And then we put white right underneath, and I blended it up into my purple and then brought it down a little. And that was kind of the pattern. That's what I did with the rest of the colors. So after I brought that light purple down, I rinsed and dried. I grabbed a corner of red, a little corner of red, little bit of red, big corner of white, right underneath my purple. Same thing, we blended up and then brought it down. And then what I like to do is drag my brush all the way across to make nice long horizontal lines on there, so I have like a nice smooth sky. If you like the brush strokes, you like that kind of that texture, you can leave the brush strokes in there. That's what my old one is. After your pink or your red and whites, we did that for a good 2 brush widths. We just rinsed and dried and then grabbed yellow. So that yellow, I did a nice generous amount of yellow right underneath that pink color. We blended it up a little to create that orange, and then back down with that little yellow, and that's where we left off until we just mixed our blue or our aqua color for the water.
What did you mix to make the aqua?
So the aqua, again, I just took that little scoop of my blue and I put it over here, and then I grabbed a teeny tiny bit of yellow and then just kind of brush them together right on the edge of that brush.
Okay.
Because I'm going to just drag this right across underneath that yellow, and hopefully Jen can make it straight.
Hopefully? What do you mean, hopefully you can make it straight?
You guys know
It's already
my
crooked.
peeve.
What?
Leave my crookedness alone.
The yellow is already leaning down.
Oh, guys, I can't
It's your
win.
trademark.
I
Just
can't.
embrace it, baby. Embrace it. Celebrate it.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, really, Rascal?
You should enjoy.
So we have that blue for our water. It's kind of that little tropical looking water here. Oh my. I keep trying, but it doesn't work. It's always going to be crooked for me when I paint them from the side.
All right, Dark Kevlar is saying that I'm having trouble getting the aqua color.
Okay, so Dre, so what you're going to do again is take a nice little scoop of your blue.
Little scoop of blue.
Little scoop of blue. And you're barely going to want to touch that yellow. Barely. Just a teeny tiny bit. We'll change it to that aqua teal color. If it looks like it's too like green, you just need more blue.
Okay, you just need more blue
Yep,
if it looks
that's
too
it.
green.
And you're welcome to use the blue straight if you just want to use that straight
or just
blue.
use blue. Okay.
You can. I mean, it depends on what color blue you have, so I just use primary colors, just so it's easy to mix. Sometimes I know if you have like royal blue or cobalt blue or ultramarine blue, they're all going to be a different color, and it's harder to mix, or it's harder for me to tell you how to mix, not knowing what everybody's using.
Now, how far down are you going to go with this aqua
So, this is, again, it's kind of up to you. So, I'm doing about a brush, maybe 2 brush widths here, 1.5 brush widths. But it doesn't have to be big because we want enough space for our boardwalk.
blue? Okay.
Okay?
I zoomed in a little bit more so they can see
Good.
more clear.
Good, good.
Okay, Dre says we found aqua in my kit.
Oh, even better. See that?
See, there you go.
Right on it.
That works out pretty good. All right.
So we got our watercolor on there, and we are gonna rinse and dry. So our next thing that we're gonna do is going to be to sketch out our boardwalk.
All right.
Okay, so I know I didn't mention a pencil, but if you have a pencil, grab one. I'm gonna do it in Sharpie for you guys. Probably shouldn't do it in Sharpie, but I'm gonna do it in Sharpie for you guys. We're gonna see if we can find a, I know I don't have a ruler down here, but I'll find something straight.
You want a ruler?
What goes on if they come out of my drink already?
What can you use as a ruler?
Oh, please, we have plenty of straight edges. I just have to find something I can write on. I will use one of these packages. Okay. All right, here we go. So, our boardwalk, here we go. So, right from the center of our canvas, we're going to come down a little bit from the water. I like to leave a little bit of space here so it doesn't look like you're walking right into the water, but hey, if you want your boardwalk to go right into the water, you can draw that end of the boardwalk right into the water. I'm going to come down a little bit around the center. I want to try and be in the center. And we're going to do kind of a square U. So we're going to do, and this is going to be about 1 inch, almost like a square, but about 1 inch of two horizontals, or I'm sorry, two verticals, hello, and one horizontal.
That's your U?
That's my square U.
Okay.
Alright, so that's the end of my boardwalk. That's kind of all the way out in the sand. Jennifer likes a boardwalk all the way out to the water, so I don't have to touch the sand. It's even better.
What about the sand that gets kicked on the boardwalk? Don't even like that either.
No, I would love to, you know, it would be great just if I bring a broom and I just...
Well, the last time I went to the beach, they didn't have the boardwalk. They had this...
like a mat, right?
Yeah, a mat that they rolled out onto the beach.
That's awesome. I can handle that. I would prefer to sit on that instead of on the sand.
There were people that were sitting at the edge, and it was like, how could you sit there? Everybody's walking onto the beach.
I know, you're not supposed to do that, for sure. So, then we're gonna play connect the dots. Let's make a couple of dots here. So, let's say we come up, I'm gonna make some marks so that we can keep this as even as we can.
All right.
So, one of our dots is gonna be the corner of each one. So 1 and 2, those are one of our dots. So we're going to have a corner dot. We're going to, let's come up about maybe 4 or 5 inches. It's really all about keeping it as even as we can. So if I come up here about 4 or 5 inches, I'm going to put a little dot over here, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Jen's going to try her best to make it even.
Okay.
Come on. So
already tilted to the right.
So our first 2 sets of dots are our corners and about 4 or 5 inches up. We are going to do, so we're going to have 3 rails, or we're going to try for 3 rails on our boardwalk. So the next one that we're going to do, actually let's connect the first dot, and that will help us with the following ones.
Now
So
you're going to use your ready-made ruler?
I'm going to make my fake ruler here. So we're going to connect the top edge of this rail to the first dot. Okay. And then same on this side, top edge to that first dot. All about the perspective.
Whoa.
It's the perspective.
That's not bad.
Thank you. Helps when you have a straight edge. All right. We're going to come in from our bottom corners. Let's measure this too. So let's come in about, let's say, an inch to 2 inch on either side. 1 inch there. And we'll do 1 inch or 2 inches over here.
Okay, let's see if I can zoom into that.
So here, let me lift it up so you can see the edge because it's probably hidden. So I have my corners marked, and then I have about 1 or 2 inches here.
I zoomed in really close.
Awesome. So we're going to connect now the bottom of this edge of the boardwalk to the inner points, okay?
Okay.
So here we go. We'll connect the dots again.
I'm using the ruler again.
I'm using my straight edge because it's going to have to be now.
Okay.
And then on this side.
All right, let them get a look at that.
All right.
Now it's taking shape.
Right. I know. It kind of helps to get that everything in there before you start putting everything else together. So.
Yeah, right now it looks like a chute. Just slide people down there. You slide them on down to the beach. Slide on down there.
Refill.
What you drinking?
My two chicks. Yeah, two
Two
chicks.
chicks?
Two chicks is vodka with peach, cucumber, tea,
Oh
and
my goodness.
thyme.
Cucumber and thyme and peach.
Uh-huh.
And vodka.
Yes.
Interesting.
It's a QT.
Oh, okay.
See, we talk about tipsy teas, and there it comes back to me.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's do our top rail. So we're going to do the first rail on top. So let's come down maybe about maybe a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch on either side. 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch on either side. And again, we'll connect. We want to come just below here, maybe 1/4 of an inch down, and we'll connect those rails.
Okay.
Okay, so let's connect the dots again. This is definitely not the best straight edge. You'd think that Jen has lots of rulers, but she does not.
I offered to go get the ruler. You said no.
I wasn't sure where it was.
Yeah, I mean that's good that I didn't go, because then I would have been like, this area that you speak of, I do not see a ruler.
Yeah, I know. So the idea is that as the rails come closer to you, they get wider. As they go farther away from you, they get thinner.
Okay.
That's all about that perspective.
Yes.
So let's make a second rail. So again, we're going to try and come down about 1/4 of an inch, and we'll do another like 1/4 inch, 2 dots. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, Claudia said that sounds delicious.
It is.
That combination.
It's really
of
funny
flavors.
because I bought 2 4-packs because I liked the one that they have one that is like a blueberry, lavender, elderflower, which are all 3 I love.
Elderflower?
Elderflower. So I loved that one, and I happened to pick this one up, and I was like, cucumber thyme, ugh. But nope, I really like this one. So again, 1/4 of an inch down, we have 2 dots, 1/4 of an inch apart on either side. Do-do-do-do-do. Let's leave a little bit of space over here, maybe 1/2 of an inch. And again, we're going to make 2 more dots. 1, and we'll make this one again about 3/4 of an inch or an inch here. We'll do the same thing on this side. We'll come down about that 3/4 of an inch, to an inch and do 2 more dots. And we will connect the dots again. Top dot to top dot.
Cool.
Believe it or not, the first time we did this one, we didn't have pencils or anything. We just went for it and painted it. And I found after the next couple, it was just nicer to have a sketch or something to sketch with.
Right.
It was just a little easier for everybody.
Okay.
Oopsie. One.
Right, this is the second rail.
Right, so this is our second rail. And down. So now it's up to you if you want to create only 1 more rail in here or 2 more rails in here. There's definitely enough space for 2 more,
Okay.
but it's up to you.
Right.
Okay. So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna do that 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, because it looks to me like that's about as much space as I have up here. So 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. The bottom dot, we're gonna connect to this corner. Okay, bottom dot to this corner. That corner dot that we left.
Okay, now Judy Schumacher says, hey friends, I'm going to paint this later.
Hey,
I just
Judy.
thought I'd drop in and say hi.
Hi, we love having our drop-in and say hi.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the sand area. Okay, so we need another little dot in between here, in between this area, and then I'll connect that last one, the top part of the rail, to that dot. There we go. Okay, so the bottom dot to that corner, bottom dot to the corner, and then we're going to go right in between here, and go. Okay, our rails are made.
All right.
Give everybody a minute here.
And while we're giving everybody a minute, I'm going to see if I can run our commercial.
Go ahead.
Running it.
Yes.
Check it here. I just don't know how it sounds. Oh, maybe it's not too loud. I'll run it again. Going by a little too fast.
Good. So our Art for a Cause is next Wednesday.
That's right.
Next Wednesday. So for that event, we're going to ask you, we will just be on Facebook, hopefully, for that one, because we can only watch one set of comments anyway.
Right.
What will happen is we're going to bring out all 200 paintings I think I have, line them up back here. We're going to number them. As we hold them up with a number, you can type in a number that you'd like the painting. The donation for it is $25. The proceeds will go to a charity of somebody's choice.
Right.
We're going to ask you as you check out for the number of the item and the charity or organization that you would like to see supported. So for every piece you purchase, we will put your name with the organization on our swag spinner. Whoever's name and organization comes up, you're going to get a little something extra from us, and the organization will get all of the proceeds. So on the last one, we did $225 to St. Jude's. Super awesome. That was wonderful. This one is going to be a little bit longer because we are trying, this is probably, at least I hope it's going to be the last one, to get as many paintings out as we can. You can also pay to just donate them, because we're going to also donate probably the rest of them at this point before we move. Not only are there paintings, I pulled out all of the painted glassware that I have. All of them. So there's some pretty awesome ones that are in here that I was charging a whole lot more for. But check this one out for my, I know I have a couple of fans.
Oh, let's make sure. Oh, wait, I got the ad. You got it. The ad is in the way. You cannot see it.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me take the art auction for a car's ad
Oh,
down.
it's okay. So,
okay, now they can see.
So all of my glassware that it has been hand painted is all for sale. Okay, this is one of them going up. There is, there's a Yankees one. This is Mom's Elf on a Shelf. These are some of the Christmas ones. I got the Christmas box out. Mom's Elf on a Shelf with the wine. Mm-hmm. We have a couple of the resin pieces that I will be letting go of. This is one of them. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 resin pieces that we'll be doing as well. I am just going to keep it all the $25. The more pieces that you purchase, the you do save a couple of bucks the more that you purchase. So there's like a little discount built into 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. Okay. We are, however, going to ask that they all be paid for that night. Keeping track of everybody's things that didn't get, so there's a bunch of stuff that didn't get paid for last time that's coming back into this one. Okay. So if you claim it, we got to pay for it by the end of the night, and then I am going to photograph everything else. So hopefully I don't have a lot to photograph, and we'll put it up on a quick album for others publicly to purchase from, and then that's it. The rest are getting donated because we need to move. Yeah. And we don't want to move 200 paintings. All right, here we go. So the next step for our beach boardwalk, let's do our sand color. Let's work on our sand. So for that sand color, I'm going to work with, we can probably do, I'm going to use my medium round brush. We're going to rinse and dry that guy. And let's mix our sand color.
Okay.
So our sand color is going to be a nice big scoop of yellow. So let's get a bunch of yellow out there. There we go.
A big scoop of yellow.
Big scoop of yellow. Good little scoop of yellow here. I want to take a little bit of brown. I know it seems silly, but just a tiny bit of that brown. And then we're going to take a big scoop of white. So probably 2 parts white, 2 parts yellow, and maybe a half a part brown. And we're going to mix. You're just going to kind of mix to a sand color. If it looks too brown, you can add a little bit more yellow. You can add a little more white. If it looks too yellow, you can add a tiny bit more brown, add a little more white. So we're just kind of going for this sandy color.
Okay.
This beach color. So that's good. We're going to lay this right underneath our water. So it's up to you whether you want to use this brush or you want to use your large flat brush. Totally up to you. I'm gonna switch over and use my large flat brush because I like the straight edge that I can get with this better.
Okay.
So I'm gonna lay this down right underneath our water. Grab those edges. Grabbed blue, so make sure if you do happen to grab other colors that we don't drag it through the rest of your paint.
Whoa.
Right underneath there.
Now Phoenix says if you're in Canada,
Oh, I
You
know.
can't change the shipping to
You
$5.
can't. Yeah, you're right. We
Just
can't.
a reminder.
Thank you. I can't change the shipping to $5. That's also because it cost me about $25 more to ship it. I'm sorry, I did not message you back about that. It was like $28 or $29 for me to ship the glass,
Wow.
and I didn't do it yet. I wanted to chat with you. It's been a hectic 2 days at work and here. But I forgot. I did check it when I was at work, and it was a whole lot more. I was like, man, this sucks. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're gonna have to put like a disclaimer for Canada. Like if you're in Canada, it is.
Aww.
It is. It'll probably end up being a $30 shipping. Is probably the cheapest way that we can get away with covering our cost for shipping.
There's no way around it, huh?
Unfortunately, somebody wants to go on a road trip and deliver them all.
I wish. I drive up there.
Right? What are you doing at the border, sir? Delivering paintings. What?
Yeah, that's it.
So after I put this tan down, I'm just going to grab more white, and we are going to lighten this up. So I'm going to just blend it in and bring it down, all the way down to your railing. So I'm just really kind of grabbing some white to lighten and pull it down here.
All right.
Yeah. In between those rails, you can grab your tiny brush and do this sand color, probably a lighter version of that in between.
Using the tiny brush.
Using a tiny brush in between those rails, yep. Down in here in this little section, that's still your beach. So it sort of gets a little bit lighter as it comes down. There we go. So here's what we'll do. Let's take our either your medium round or your small brush, whichever one you feel more comfortable with. Let's start with a little bit of that sand color. So every other rail or every other space is your sand color. So I'm going to bring it down about, let's say, halfway, and then just grab some white and kind of pull it down all the way out to the side. So again, I'm going to start with that tan color in between, come down about halfway, and then I'm just going to grab white and finish pulling it down out to the side. Alright, last one on this side. And our white. Between, starting with that darker color. And then I'm going to grab my white. Lighten it up as we come to the bottom of our canvas with that.
Yeah, so that art auction is going to be next Wednesday.
Yes.
Starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yep.
And then we'll have next Self-Care Thursday, July 22nd, Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
I will figure out the Facebook problem, and we will be on Facebook and YouTube.
Okay.
Once again.
Uh-huh.
Unless the problem that I'm trying to solve
Can't be
is
solved.
unsolvable. Because
Can't
Facebook
be solved.
doesn't want us
Yeah.
to be on YouTube and Facebook at the same
Exactly.
time.
That's what it sounds like.
I don't think that's it.
Okay. Okay.
We're going to find out, though.
Alright, I'll give you guys a minute here. So we have all of our sand done. We have in between our rails done.
Okay.
It's coming together. Looking good. What else do we have?
Very good.
Oh, the goldfish. That's the last one I think we have scheduled aside from our Care
Goldfish
Bear.
date night.
Yep.
Yeah, Goldfish date night is on July 29th.
Awesome.
There it is. 8 p.m. Eastern Start Time.
Yep.
And that's date night.
Yay. Date night. It could be for you and your partner, or it could be for you and your kiddos.
That's right.
It does not have to be. Doesn't have to be a date per se. Could be mom and me. Could be bestie night.
Yes.
And the resin tray. Oh my goodness. The next workshop for the resin trays is what day? I know you've shared it already.
No, the resin tray workshop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for it and I don't see it.
Well, you showed the ad of it.
Here it is.
So we have
No, that's not it. That's May.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options to pick from. It's either the unicorn, the butterflies, the stars, the paw prints, or the honeycomb shape with some bumblebees. So super excited for these mirrored trays. They are kind of a 2-part process, maybe actually a 3-part process, but we are going to do the first 2 parts together with you and talk about how you'll do the 3rd part on your own, and then we can't wait to see the finished results. I know everybody was talking about the butterfly board that I had sitting up here, and now I have the unicorn one because I'm in love with the unicorn.
Yes.
Although, what did I get? Feathers today. I was gonna try. Let's see what the feather one
Feathers?
looks like. Yep. I got feather mirror feathers. Maybe I'll throw that one in there for you. We only have a couple of days left to order those kits to make sure that they get to you on time though. So if you're interested in that, take a peek. If you have questions about it, let us know. And I think we'll move on to our boardwalk. So next thing is going to be our boardwalk. So we want to, again, let's start with our big brush. Let's start with that flat brush. So we want to make a light blue color. Light blue. So I'm going to take a little scoop of that blue and a little scoop of my white. We'll make a nice light, kind of like a pastel blue color. Baby blue.
Phoenix says she just sent you a message.
Okay, thanks, hon. Alright, so we kind of have that baby blue color. So let's start with, and it's okay if it's not fully incorporated. You almost want that like streakiness or graininess for this part. So with this brush, I'm going to actually come right down on the edges of my boardwalk, all the way down on my edge, all the way down this edge. And then to fill it in, we want to pull from the left and the right side to kind of give you those horizontal brush strokes. So we want to pull toward the center from both sides.
Right, Phoenix is saying, I wish I had known then I would have been able to budget, which is why I wanted my fellow Canadians to know.
Oh, thank you. Well, we'll work it out, girl. Don't you worry. You're still getting that. You're still getting that glass. And the Phoenix pin, the hair tie thing. Don't you worry. I got it all together for you. All right. So just filling this guy in. We're going to layer colors. So for now, it's just, let's fill it in with this light blue color.
You said you're going to layer colors?
We're going to layer colors, yep. So for now, we just want this light blue color in there. And then we're going to take same brush. You don't even have to rinse or dry. We want to create some of those shadows in there, some of that dark color in that blue. So to do that, instead of, I don't want to dip my whole brush in the black, I just want to kind of lay it against my black paint and kind of scoot it into the side just to pick up a little tiny bit on the tip of my brush. So every time we do this brush stroke, we're just going to grab a little tip of that black and we're going to line it up on the edge and then just kind of pull toward the center. So we kind of have that little grain look going while we pull that black in there. So again, we're just kind of laying that brush right against the edge of that black paint. And then from each side, we're going to pull across toward the center of your boardwalk. Do a couple of brush strokes in the center too. So as it goes farther away from you, we want it to be a little bit darker out this way.
The farthest away from you, you want it darker?
Farther away from you, you want it to be a little bit darker. So just lining that brush up right against the edges and pulling that black in toward the center. Easy, rascal. I see you down there, buddy. It's all right. Hey, 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 take it easy. So light pressure, just kind of brushing some of those little dark spots in there. And you can rinse and dry. Messed that up. Let's try that again. So we're rinsing and drying after you get that black on there for that shadow effect. And then you can go ahead with your light blue and we'll fill in those rails. So up to you again if you want to use that tiny brush or that medium brush, whichever you're comfortable with. So we'll just start with that blue. Pencil grip, pinky stabilize if you need to kind of help you guide that paintbrush.
Okay.
Holding that brush like a pencil. Use your pinky to rest it on your canvas and let your fingers and your wrists do the work for you. at the back, at the end of this, if you want to do those vertical lines down, we'll probably end up doing that in black too.
Now, just so you know, everybody, we're looking forward to the Self-Care Bear Party, Thursday, September 9th. That's going to be a really big Self-Care Thursday party, because we got we anticipating a lot of people are going to make their own Care Bear.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to have, we've got a bunch of people already said they're going to make their own personalized Care Bear.
You might see a pizza bear from me.
Pizza bear, taco bear,
wine bear.
Okay, whatever kind of bear you want.
We're gonna have to have an adult themed.
Yes, we're gonna have an adult themed Care Bear
Care Bear
party.
I love it.
All right, I can't wait to see the pictures of all of the different types of Care Bears we're gonna have on that night.
It's gonna be so good, so good. Very excited for that one.
Very excited.
I am going to put kits together for you. I did kind of put a poll up for those of you to see if you would be interested in a kit if I pre-sketched the bear for you.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of you that were like, yes, definitely, that's so much better. So that will take me some time. So I will get that order up in the next couple of days. What happens is after 30 days, when you download the documents, that document then goes away after 30 days, and then people will go, I can't find my sign-up list, and that's okay. So I was trying to hold off a little bit, but I think waiting until August 9th is going to be a little too far. So,
all right.
So I'll put it up in the next couple of days or so, and I'll just remind people to print out your download when you receive it.
Sounds good.
And I did, and I will show you. I did the Grumpy Bear as well, because we had a lot. Man, you got lots of grumps out there. A lot of you wanted Grumpy Bear. Man.
They called it.
So, I'm going to give you the option of both. So you can tell me which one you want.
Oh, okay.
When we paint, I will just be painting one.
You're just going to be painting one?
When we paint one.
Your
yes.
bear.
I'm going to paint my
Your
bear.
personal bear.
Maybe it'll make it a wine and pizza bear.
Wine and pizza bear?
Pizza deliver at 9 o'clock at night, because I think that's what we're going to have to do tonight.
What was that?
So does pizza deliver at 9 o'clock? Because I think that's what we're going to have to do for dinner.
Somebody's open at 9 o'clock to deliver.
Yeah, I got all hung up on all the projects and the poopocalypse.
The poopocalypse. The
poopocalypse.
The poopocalypse. That's exactly what it was.
Oh, God.
I stumbled right into it, too.
Yeah, you did. That didn't help.
No, it didn't. I wasn't expecting it. I was going down here to do my work, and I was like, what is on my feet? Oh, no. Oh, no. Thank God the door was closed. That's where he was headed. He was headed into my office to have his poopocalypse. His poopocalypse. Apocalypse.
Oh, my God.
I'm about to practice that one. Poopocalypse.
There you go.
Poopocalypse.
Oh, my God.
Poopocalypse.
Oh, my God.
Poopocalypse.
Okay.
Oh.
My canvas moved.
Yeah, it's been moving. It's sort of like tilted to the right.
Stop. Sort of like tilted to the right.
Yeah, it is.
Can't help it.
It's okay.
Alright.
We've been through a lot today. We've both been through a lot today. It's just been a rough day.
No kidding. Oh my
That's
gosh.
why we love Self-Care Thursdays so much.
Yes.
Even with the Facebook debacle.
Yeah, exactly. exactly.
Just gonna have to do some research, that's all.
Yes, please.
Figure out what's going on with Facebook. Now they know something's up because they sent me something saying, you want to switch back? And I was like, hell yeah. And they wouldn't let me.
Right, exactly.
I kept clicking on switch back.
So
switch
obviously
back.
you know that there's an issue with Facebook.
Yeah. They're like, you want to switch back? Why do you want to switch back? Give us some comments. And I just said, because it sucks.
And they said, nope.
That's not a good enough reply. Can you be more specific?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Did I finish that part? Nope. Mm. I'm not done, Rascal. We're not done yet, buddy. Not yet, dude. Mom already fed you, so you're not waiting on food. Yeah, you're fine.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
He looks so serious. He does not look like he's fine. He's looked like, I demand that you cease what is going on right now. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Would you just please stop it?
Oh my goodness, mister.
I would like to have my mommy back. Yes, I had a poopocalypse, but it's over.
Mm-hmm.
I protested because Mark closed the door to his office, and I couldn't get in there to have my poopocalypse.
Trying to think, like I didn't even give him anything like that would make him. I don't know.
No, that's where he goes. See, I used to come downstairs to my office and I'd say, why is everything on the floor? And I said, I can't believe that my mouse is on the floor, my keyboard is on the floor, everything's on the floor. I'm like, is it sliding off the table? And then one day, I came down here and he was in my office and I realized he's the one going in there, so I started closing the door.
Gotcha, yes.
So now he's angry because he closed the door on him. So he's going to leave a poopocalypse outside the door so that when I came down today to go to my office, I was like, what am I squishing on?
Oh, God.
Oh,
Gross.
no. Come on. Man, rascal. That's his way of retaliating for me closing the door. That's exactly what that was. Oh,
my God. Okay. I'm going to...
Yep, just like Dre says, he is rascal.
He is a rascal. I'm going to switch over to my tiny brush now. So this is that little guy. I'm going to rinse and dry. We're going to put our highlights on our rails. So while that blue is kind of a little still wet, right across the top edge of each of those rails, we're going to grab a little white. So pink pencil grip, pinky stabilize. So white right across that top edge. It doesn't have to go all the way, but we want to make sure it's noticeable so you see that brightness on the top.
And see, Phoenix is saying, I'm 100% doing Grumpy Bear. I might do 4 bears.
Yes.
On smaller canvases.
There
A book
you go.
bear.
Oh, a book
bear. I like that. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, my sister-in-law would love that.
A book bear.
Right across the top edge of all of these rails with this white.
Yeah, you make me a book bear. That'll be good. I like Grumpy Bear too.
Of course you do. This is always the challenge, this side.
Why?
I don't know.
What do you mean it's a challenge?
Like my coordination on going this way.
Yeah, it's just like when you try to make that straight line. Your coordination go that way, it goes towards, it just like leans down towards the right. It's like a hill going down on the right side. And what brush is this you're using again?
This is that tiny brush, that little tiny brush. Oh, I stuck my finger in it.
You stuck your finger in it?
Yep, got blue in my sand.
Uh-oh.
Oopsies. It's okay. Everything is fixable.
Everything.
Everything is fixable. So we just take a clean, dry brush. And I'm gonna rub this clean, dry brush right over it.
Wow, she fixed it.
I shouldn't say it's dry. It's a clean, damp brush. How's that?
A clean, damp brush?
Yes. So kind of move that blue right off of that spot.
Okay. Yeah, see? Jim may do it too. He should do a fencing bear.
Cool.
That'd be cool, yeah.
He fences? That's neat.
Maybe I'll do a flamingo bear.
Oh, I know.
don't do...
I still have to do the flamingo date night. We will get there, I promise.
Flamingo bear.
I did one a while ago. Last year, I tried to do one, and I was not happy with it, so...
Flamingo?
Those flamingos got kicked to the curb, and
wow.
and they
I
didn't
didn't even
do it
see
again.
them.
Yeah.
I didn't even see them.
You know how
I
it
usually
goes.
try to talk her into it.
You know how it goes, yeah. Some days...
She wouldn't let me see that one. She's like, nope, I'm not even going to let him try to talk me into this one. Nope, I'm throwing it out.
Yeah.
Blue in your sand could just be a paint chips peeling off the boardwalk.
This is very
See?
true.
How imaginative
So
is
smart.
Amanda Alexander?
So smart.
She is imaginative.
Hey, Amanda. How are you?
Beanie says, I'm going to post the event in my pen pals for the Care Bears.
Care Bears, so cool.
Yeah, we're going to have a Care Bear blowout.
Yeah, we are.
I want to have 1,000 Care Bear paintings where people are painting what they wanted on their Care
so
Bear.
cool.
It's going to be so interesting to see
It
how
is.
that comes
I'm
out.
so excited for it. So excited for it. Can't wait.
Y'all might bring back the Care Bear show. They'd be like, look,
I think it's back. I think that's why it's kind of like...
People have so many different Care Bears now. It's ridiculous. They have the Grumpy Bear. They have the Wine Bear. They have the Taco Bear.
Hi.
They got the Pizza Bear. Okay.
Hi. What's up, Rascal? I'm Mama's boy. Hi, my boy.
They could just go crazy.
So with that tiny brush, while I have the white, we're going to do a couple little horizontal brush strokes in our boardwalk as well. So horizontal brush strokes every once in a while.
Okay.
So we're going to almost make like planks, right? So planks as we go through. So we're going to have some white lines, but we will go back over with the black. So I want to concentrate more of those white lines up toward the front because this is the brighter side of things. This is going to be lighter down here, darker back here. So Dre, Dre was with me when, well, it's her company. So Phoenix, oh, how do I put this together? So we were talking about the hair clip. So Dre, I met Dre. She's part of my Mimosa marketing group.
Okay.
And she is part of Lola Rose. So she has these really fun hair clips that don't like pull your hair.
Oh.
And the very first one that that I saw that stuck out to me was the Phoenix, and it's like kind of like an iridescent color.
Oh.
And I pulled it out, and I'm like, I know exactly who needs this, and it's Laura. So I'm like, I need to get that to her with her cup. So I bought it that night. I was like, okay, oh my gosh, I need this. But it's so cool. I'll take a picture and I'll post it in the event so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And then if you have any questions about it, then I'll ask Dre to post her information so that you could purchase your own if you'd like to.
There you go.
So cool. So my hair is getting done next Friday with rainbow colors again, and the peacock hair clip is coming to me, and that's also from her. So you'll see a picture of that as well.
All right.
Yeah. So it's gonna be probably my last fun hair time before we move. So so I was like, all right, let's do it. let's go for it. The hair needs to be cut first. That's a definite.
Okay.
And then, yes. All right, so we have a couple of little white horizontal lines in there. We have our whites on the top of each of those rails. So next I want to do our sun and the sun in the water. Now it's up to you if you just kind of want to do horizontal lines or you want to do a full, like a half circle for your sun. I'm going to just grab the white, do a half circle for that sun, and we'll fill it in.
Now Dre said, wow, thank you for the shout out.
Oh, you're welcome.
And Jody Gold says,
Hey,
I'm
Jody.
late. I had work meeting.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
You can go back to it. You know how this works, girl.
Exactly.
Jody, I'm going to have to ship your brushes to you, girlfriend.
Gonna have to ship the brushes?
I'm going to have to ship her brushes. They've been sitting out in my box for a while.
Okay.
Just ship them to you, girl. All right, so underneath our sun, what we're going to do is do those little horizontal lines in the water. So it's kind of like a little reflection in here. So horizontal brush strokes here. Just with that white. You can even be yellow and white if you want to. Right up to the end.
Cool.
Now if you want to have kind of a choppy water, you can add little white lines across the entire thing to add the
chop up the water.
Little choppy water, little wave
Little
cap,
white
little white
caps.
caps. Yep, exactly. Go. Gonna rinse and dry. I'm just looking at the clock.
Why?
I wasn't sure how long it was. I know after like 2 hours, people are like, all right, that's enough, I'm done.
I done blocked all of that out by now. You're done when you're done.
I
You
know.
don't even think about the time.
Exactly.
I don't even know what time it is. And I got a clock on my computer right there. I don't know. I wasn't even thinking about that.
All right, that tiny brush, we're going to finish our boardwalk with those outlines. So, and again, those that don't know, if you want to wait until this dries completely and then go back with a Sharpie, you can outline with a Sharpie, because I know those rails are kind of a little bit tricky.
Okay.
But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a tiny bit of black on my brush. So I do want to add a little bit of a shadow. So let me go back. Let me reverse for a second. So let's add a shadow to the underside of our boardwalk first. So that can be done with just the original blue, so it's kind of a darker color.
Yeah.
Or you could do it in your black. So I'm just going to take my original blue and come underneath each one of these rails. So the bottom part of each of these rails has a little bit darker blue.
Oh, I'm zooming all the way in for this, so they can see this. You're putting it underneath.
So not in the sand, I'm still in the rail, so I just want...
At the bottom of the rail.
Right, I just want the bottom of the rail to have that darker blue color.
Okay.
That's all.
Here, Jody says, I really wanted to paint this.
It's okay, you can come back to it. It'll be back, it'll be here.
It'll be right here on YouTube.
That's right.
We don't know what happened with Facebook. We're going to have to investigate and find out.
Boo Facebook.
And on my caster, it still says connected. Connected to Facebook Live.
Obviously not. You were using...
Now, the other day we did Facebook by itself.
Right.
And that was no problem.
Right.
And all of the issues that I've been having when I do the Thursday night YouTube, Facebook together,
didn't happen.
it wasn't like that. It was like make your video, set up your video, and there you go live.
Do you think it's because you changed from OBS to Caster, or no?
No, I'm
That's
on
different?
OBS through Caster.
Oh, see, I didn't even
Okay,
realize.
so Caster gives me the ability to stream to YouTube and Facebook.
I see.
Okay.
I thought OBS was what did that.
No, OBS goes to Caster, and then
Okay.
Caster broadcasts out for me
I see.
to multiple streams.
I am not your technical person here, so
I'm not a technical person either.
I think.
Or I'd have Facebook up and running.
All right, point taken.
And then it's just that Facebook changed everything and says you can press this button and your video will come on live And I'm like, I don't want that. I just want to set up my live stream the way I've been doing it. So it doesn't give me that option. I'm like, okay, it's got to be a way to get around that. I just haven't figured that out.
Right.
I got to go into settings and all of that kind of stuff. Figure out how to get this thing out.
Right. So blue under our rails. And then if you want to add a couple of those little blue horizontal lines in your boardwalk, you can do that too. It's nice to add a couple of dimensions of color in here.
So if we was at this beach, you just go down to the end, huh? You wouldn't even go out into the sand.
Give me a chair, I'll sit right on the end.
Okay. I'll have to walk down all by myself in the sand all the way to the sea.
You know what? At night, when it's a little bit cooler and the sun is down, and I like when the sand is wet that you can walk on it. I don't like walking in like.
You like it when it's wet.
Right. So it's like it's harder. You know, it's like a more stable thing to walk on than crush it. Like, I don't know. I just hate the feeling.
Your feet into the sand.
Right. I hate the feeling of that sinking into the sand. I hate that.
Yeah.
I don't like it in between my toes. I don't like it in between anything. I have like bad flashbacks. I remember my mom taking us to the beach with my friend and her mom. And we all had sandwiches, and my sandwich had sand in it, and I was crunching. So I will not ever eat at the beach. I don't
you
want.
didn't know how to do it right. That's what the problem was.
I don't like it.
Now what? It was last week for my mom's birthday.
Seriously, that's exactly why you went and I did not.
And we went to this beach, and my whole family showed up.
Mm-hmm.
I had the canopy. I put the canopy up. I put the blankets down. Then they came out their cars with air mattresses.
That's crazy.
And they had air mattresses, and they set that all up. Then they told me, let's take some sand and make a big mountain in the middle underneath the canopy. I was like, why y'all putting all this sand? Because we're going to make a table. So they had tables, folding tables. And instead of taking the legs out, they just laid it on top of the mountain of sand that they put in the middle of it.
That's crazy.
And then they set up all of it's like an eating station. All the food was there underneath the canopy. And there was plenty of room underneath the canopy for the air mattress so that my mom could be under the air mat, in the air mat, on the air mattress underneath the canopy.
That's smart, yeah. So as I do my little my lines of black for my outlines, I'm kind of doing some of those broken lines. So broken lines, kind of like I press my brush down to give it maybe an inch or so of paint, and then I let up a little bit so that I don't need to cover the entire edge with a hard black line. Just kind of a little bit of an edge, so you kind of get that idea there.
Now, Phoenix says, I'm going to be doing a painting for my group, and I will share it with you.
Ooh, please.
And I love that feeling of sand between my toes.
Yeah,
I do too. I like the water, I like the sand, I like the beach.
Give me a pool, and I'll be in it all day long.
I like the pool too.
I could stay in a pool all day, any day. I mean, I burn very easily, so.
Yeah, Tracy, I agree. I just hate the sand. I just hate the sand.
I knew I connected with you.
There's still sand in my trunk of my car. I'm gonna have to get the vacuum boy out there to take care of it.
Yeah. He can't wait to come home and finish steam cleaning for me.
Yeah, we could have used him today for the apocalypse.
I did. I said, I'm so glad that you bought your new steam cleaner because Mom had to use it. He's like, for what?
So we had a poopocalypse.
All right, I'm doing
Phoenix says we have 2 pools where we live.
Ooh.
Jay says I agree with Mark.
So I'm just coming along the edge of my boardwalk with that black.
Right, you're detailing everything now.
Yep, now we're getting to those little details. And then we'll also do those horizontal brush strokes. So on these, I almost want to come across the entire thing because we want the illusion of those planks of a boardwalk. So we'll remember that as we get closer, we want those lines to be a little wider. Then back here, these are going to be a little thinner. These are going to be a little wider because it's closer to us.
Awesome.
And the first time we painted this one, I think this is the first one we painted at Maggiano's.
Ah, now that rings a bell.
Right?
Yes, when we were at Maggiano's, we did this painting.
Yes.
I missed that. We was moving on to a really nice thing by
Well,
doing it in establishments like Maggiano's.
Yeah, they're starting to come back in now. So, they're starting to go back to in-person events. So,
I mean,
I can
just
reach
telling
out
our
again.
viewers, okay, if we would be at a beautiful restaurant like Maggiano's, okay, and we'd have a nice little crowd, and we'd have a room sectioned off just for us.
Yeah, whole
And
room
people
to
could
us.
eat and drink,
Yes.
and we were painting. Then we took a break so people could drink and eat. Then we went right back to painting the paintings.
It was so good. Well, we ended off with doing the glassware painting. Everybody loved painting their own wine glasses.
Yes, we do that at an
So-
establishment, a wine making place, or a Maggiano's. And when we first got started out, we went to Red Lobster.
We did.
Every time I drive by that Red Lobster, I said, man, we had a nice night at that Red Lobster. But it was just that I don't know why we didn't keep doing it.
There wasn't enough interest in doing
Going to
that
Red
many.
Lobster.
Right, and doing that many. I mean, I think it was just kind of an odd restaurant, I guess, to pick. But I went to the places that I knew I could talk to a manager and say, hey, I'm just starting out. I'm looking to do, some paintings at venues. And then it is kind of like, taking their time and taking their room without, they were giving me the room without, the promise of,
Right,
let's
if they were really busy, they would say we'd have to get out.
I mean, but it was kind
It
of
wasn't
like,
busy like that.
I didn't have to rent the room. They were just,
Right,
hey,
you didn't have to rent the room. They were just doing whatever they could collaborate with you to get people into their restaurant.
Right. I mean, the hope was that people ordered food, of course.
Right.
But then I kind of felt like, it's just not fair to the restaurant either, to not, we tried to do like a whole package where, you come, you paint, and then you have these many choices to choose from for your lunch, and that was all included, and we did that for 1 or 2 times.
It was
too.
fun.
Was.
You go eat and sip and drink and and paint.
It was good.
And I know all the people that came to do it with us had a great time, and they
Yes,
left
they
with
did.
a painting.
Yes, they did. All right.
Yeah, so now that things
We're
are getting
getting
back to normal slowly, it would be nice to go out and do a couple of live events somewhere again. Yeah, see now Phoenix, I don't know, man. Phoenix is living really good. Oh, okay, wait. I'm thinking she's talking about her where she lives, but she's talking about the area where she lives. That they have an outdoor pool with a 10-foot deep end,
Like it.
and an indoor pleasure pool, and next to it a hot tub.
All
I
of
was like, all of that at your house? Let's drive up there. Right, she says, we have 2 pools where we live.
That's awesome. I'm trying to set up our so in the event I will post a picture of what we're doing here, and I'll remind you to post your photos there for us to see.
Yes.
And I will add our
What?
I'll add our tip jar link if anyone wants to use our tip jar. We did not go live this week yet, so we have last week and this week's virtual tippers to do. So, and there's not very many, so you have good odds at getting on our swag spinner and winning something. We just got some really cool pens.
Some pens?
That I'm in love with. You know.
With the Mimosas logo on it?
Yeah, you know.
Nice.
I don't know. They're rainbow pens. Aiden's very happy that they're, you know, they're rainbows.
Of course.
All right, so let's see. We're going to post this here and say, post those pics here.
Okay, Phoenix says, no, we live in an apartment, but it is a community.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. You got 2 pools.
We have a couple more steps to go, guys. I was just giving everyone a minute to catch up. Because I know those rails take a little bit of time and those details, so.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you guys a minute there. Doot, doot. Thank you for joining.
What's going on?
I was giving everyone a minute.
Auction on July 21st. Eye of the Tiger on July 22nd. There it is.
Thank you.
Goldfish Date Night, Thursday, July 29th, 8 p.m. Eastern Start Time. Mirrored Resin Tray Workshop, August 3rd, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. There are some examples.
Thank you.
People are loving the Mirrored Resin Workshop.
Yes. Again, it's butterflies,
Unicorns.
the unicorn, the stars,
prints.
the paw prints. It's a great
And then
thing
we've
for
got the Self-Care Bear Party coming up September 9th. We're going to be advertising as much as we can. Get as many people in on it
great.
that we can.
All right, let's do our little grasses and our sand. So we're gonna do a little tiny bit of blue here, little tiny bit of blue, little scoop of blue, and a bigger scoop of yellow, and we'll mix. So we're gonna kind of create a little green color here.
Okay. You're making me think about the beach, that's for sure. I might go back to the beach.
Okay,
I might just go by myself.
that's fine by me.
Lay out a little blanket and just lay down.
You know I don't mind.
We had all of that stuff set up on the beach, right? The
Uh-huh.
canopy, the air mattresses,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the family came and they just placed blankets around it, so we had like a camp. Okay? But we had it right at the edge of the dune. So when the tide came in, all the people was down in front of us,
Had to move.
all got wet because they all had to move.
I got
And the
you.
water came right up to us and then went back. Okay, but everybody that was in front of us, I predicted it. I said, look, the tide is out right now because we set up early in the morning.
Right.
And I said, the tide is out right now. We're going to stay right here at the edge of the dune. I said, because you can tell that's where the water's going to come all the way up to here.
Right.
And it's not going to mess with us. And all those people sat around our camp, you know,
That's awesome.
all in front of us. And one by one, they were getting. There were people sleeping,
Ugh.
and the water said, shoo,
Oh,
right up on
my
them. It was like, oh, they
God.
stuck it up. It was funny.
That's
It was
horrible.
Funny.
That's horrible.
We sat there the whole time with our little encampment, just chilling.
All right, so with my tiny brush, I mixed some green. Let's see what this looks like. So we're just really light pressure. So loose grip on this brush, all the way at the end of your brush. We're just gonna let the brush and your little fingers do the work here for you.
Okay.
So we'll start with a little point here and then lift and pull away.
Oh, I got that one. You could see it.
See that?
Yeah, when you did that little flick, flick,
Good.
flick, flick, flick.
I'm gonna rinse and dry this brush because it's kind of loaded with the paint.
Okay. And you don't want it to be that way.
Right, we want just a little bit of paint at a time for this. So I'll pull some more paint up here. So wherever you want those little grasses. So again, real light pressure. Like
grasses or weeds?
Grasses, weeds, I don't know.
Little grasses that's growing in the sand? I don't think so.
What is the it's like seagrass or something. I don't know.
Seaweed?
No, not seaweed.
Seagrass?
I don't know. Beach grass? I don't know what you call it.
I don't either.
When you
I'm
go
not
to the
used to
beach,
seeing it. I
there,
don't know
when
to
you go to
say
the
green.
beach, there's always like
I just noticed sand. I don't notice green.
There's like weeds or whatever growing up alongside.
Oh, okay.
Beach grass? I don't know what it's called.
I never recognize stuff like that.
Help me out, guys. Come on. Help me out.
You just want grass with the sand. That's
Yeah,
all. You just hating on sand. Period.
That's what it is. So we're gonna
sand deserves to have some grass. Maybe it'll be.
Oh my gosh.
I could tolerate it if it had some grass sticking out of it.
Nope.
Sand gets on everything, gets everywhere.
Oh my gosh. So I do a couple little clusters of this grass or weeds, or if you really don't like the grass, don't put the grass in there. My goodness. And then I'm going to rinse and dry, and we're going to change over to color. So I'm going to grab a little bit of brown, my original brown, and we'll add a couple little brush strokes of that brown in there. Wherever you want them. You can hide them in here in between these little rails. Light pressure so you have nice fine little lines. While we have that brown, so what I'm going to do here is take a little bit of this brown and add it to my sand color. We just want to darken up the sand color just a little bit.
Okay.
So that we can add some shadows here for our grass. So under your grass, kind of just do a little wiggle with the brush.
A little wiggle of the brush.
A little wiggle of the brush. Now if you want to come down and do grass the other way, like you're actually seeing that shadow, you can. But I just kind of like doing a little wiggle under our grass so you know there's a little shadow there. That's all. And we'll add a little bit of yellow to our grass with that little brush again.
Okay.
Same brush, a little bit of yellow in there. Same thing, just kind of pull. Light pressure. Flick of the wrist.
Little flicks of the wrist.
Flick. Not even the wrist. Flick of the fingers.
Flick of the fingers. A flick of the brush.
There you go. That's it.
Light strokes.
Light brush strokes. Yep, you don't want to put a lot of pressure on this at all. I know that there's lots of...
Okay, Amanda says, it definitely pops up in random patches on lake beaches.
See? Thank
Lake
you.
beaches.
All right. Okay.
Lake beaches, not beach from the sea. Lake beaches, I can see grass popping up.
It's a lake beach.
And what do they do at lake beaches? They bring sand to the lake and put it around the lake to make it beach-like.
Okay.
I think I've only had that experience one time.
What?
When we went out to that lake.
Oh, the lake. Oh, okay.
With your cousins.
My cousins, yes.
Yeah,
on the boat.
We went out there. That was cool. I swear to God, it was a cool experience. Diving off the boat into the water. But
I made you a true country boy that day when we were singing.
You made me a true country boy.
We sang Pontoon and I pointed it all out. Jumping off the back, yeah, huh? A slide on somebody else's.
And it stayed with me for the rest of my life. It will.
That was great.
And then we actually went to go see Little Big Town and sang it with them live.
Yes, we did.
And we sang it with them live at the Apollo Theater.
Yes, they're my favorite group.
Harlem.
Favorite country group.
That was an experience to see Little Big Town in Harlem, in my walk of town, okay, at the Apollo Theater. That was legendary.
It was great.
You don't get to see many people do something like that.
So, our last step is creating some clouds here. Clouds, and if you want to add a little bit of shoreline down here, we can do that too. I don't have it on my original, but I feel like we need a little bit of wave, like foam along the shore.
Oh, okay.
So let's see. We're gonna flip back over to your large flat brush. You're gonna
make foam.
We're gonna kind of fluff our brush up, kind of make it a little messy.
You're gonna make clouds and foam.
We're gonna do clouds first. So let's tap into our white. Tap, tap, tap.
Okay, so you messed up your brush on purpose. And then you tapped a little bit of white, not a lot.
That's right, a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. And then wherever you would like your clouds, instead of brushing, we're going to tap. This is called stippling. So we're going to tap, tap, tap onto your canvas. So you can make those little clouds as big or as small as you want to. And just
And
light.
have as many or as little as you want.
Yeah. So light pressure to start, and then as your brush kind of like as you use the paint on your brush, then you can use a little more pressure
To spread it out?
it spreads out a little bit. You know, it spreads out those bristles a little bit more.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So we got little clouds up here. Let's do a little more over here.
Yeah, see, Phoenix says, we don't have that here.
Beaches.
But Amanda says, yeah, out here in Iowa, I'm very familiar with lake beaches.
Okay.
Right, you in Iowa. You ain't nowhere near the sea. You know, you're not nowhere near
oh,
the Atlantic
okay.
or the Pacific.
I
So you have to make it beach-like by saying we're going to have this big lake here.
Okay,
We're going to put sand all around it so people can come to the lake.
All right. Making fun of my grass. Grass and the beach.
Yeah, there's people that live in Iowa that don't get to go to the beach, okay? And here you are here in New Jersey where there's plenty of beach, and you're like, nah, I hate the beach. Sand, oh my God, please, no, the sun's gonna burn me up. They was like, where's Jennifer? I said, come on, Jennifer is not gonna come to the beach. I said, I have to cover her up in a white blanket or something so she doesn't burn up.
Oh gosh, and you guys were there.
I said, and we taking her to the beach, and she said, I'm gonna go deal with the beach, and she'd get all burnt up and.
All day though. You guys were there all day. Like you did that an all day thing.
7 o'clock till 8 o'clock at night.
Ugh, no.
No. And they tried to blow off fireworks.
Oh, crazies. So I'm gonna tap that white. For me, you don't have to do it right across the edge of my water and my shoreline. So same thing, just kind of tapping that in there.
Angel Gizmo says, sorry, late today.
It's okay.
I will be playing paint later.
No worries. That's
And
all.
Phoenix says, we have lots of beaches, but I've never seen grass in the sand by the lake beaches.
All
I
right.
have not either.
All right.
Wishful thinking.
All right.
Grass. No, you saw grass on the way to the beach.
All right. Yes. On the walk to that.
Right. They have like, you got to walk about 300 yards to the beach. And then as you walking, you see grass, because that's what they do. They put grass around those areas until you get to the boardwalk. And then you got to walk down the boardwalk onto the beach, actual beach. And then you don't see no more foliage or any greenery.
Give me a boardwalk. Give me a boardwalk with games and rides.
And stays away from the beach.
Food. I don't need to be on the beach at all.
You'll sit right there on the boardwalk. This is fine enough.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. So I kind of tapped some of that water in there. If you want to do little waves in here, you could do more taps in your water. And then we'll finish off our clouds. So underneath our clouds from the bottom, because it's kind of like a highlight up, I'm gonna, same brush, I'm not even gonna rinse or dry. I'm gonna grab a little bit of that yellow, and let's tap a little bit of yellow just on the bottom of each of those clouds. So,
And then another thing about the beach is this, it's something about it when you go there, you just, if you don't hear, if there's not a lot of activity going on,
yeah.
all you hear is the waves.
I like that. I will say,
I could fall asleep so fast.
I like the sound of the beach.
Yes, you close your eyes and don't hear,
I
block
don't
out
like
all the other
the
stuff.
smell of the beach. I don't like most anything else, but I like the sound of the beach. I like the water, hearing the water.
Yes, the sound of it, watching the waves come in.
So yellow just underneath those clouds on the bottom part. It's kind of like the highlight underneath there because the sun's come from under. And very last step is your tiny brush, sign and date, and you're done. We are done with our beach boardwalk.
We are actually done with the beach boardwalk?
Yeah.
Good job.
2, 0, 2, 1. And done. Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. Beach boardwalk done.
Okay.
So, my painting Does not look like my painting.
It does not. You're absolutely right.
And your painting doesn't look like my painting either, does it?
And we don't want it to.
No.
We want you to take a picture of your painting.
Yes, please.
And please send it in to us. And then we'll put them all together and put a slideshow on so that everybody can see what we mean.
We're super behind on slideshows. It's weeks.
Yeah, but that's going to give us something to do to entertain you guys. So give us some time. We'll get into the work mode of putting together promos.
Yes.
Just ads to get you ready for the next events. Because that Care Bear, I'm going to have to push that one. Everybody wants to do that.
We're excited for the Care Bears. I'm excited for Care Bears. The other thing that I have planned, I posted in the Villains Workshop group yesterday, or maybe today. I think it was yesterday.
Okay.
That we would like to do the male villains.
Versions of the villains.
So we'll do a pop art male villain workshop.
Do you know what male villains you want to do?
I had them try to vote for me so they could pick it, because there's a lot.
Right, so we have to have them vote on it.
So there is a whole bunch of comments in there, so hopefully I'll pick from what's there.
Okay.
There's more than enough.
Yeah, there's more than enough villains.
There's more than enough.
I hope they pick some good ones.
Yes, we have some really big super fans in there, like Justin and Taz.
Yes.
And Mason and Marie.
And who's their favorites?
I don't remember off the top of my
villains.
head. They definitely have like what they have them all listed out. This. Shouldn't be this because of this. Should be this because of this.
Okay, I need to see that. I need to see
like,
that.
Okay.
I'm a villains expert.
My goodness.
I always side with the villain.
Yeah, I know.
Some of them are very misunderstood.
I get it.
Now, there's some that are just evil and just bad, okay, and I don't condone that, but there's some of those villains that are misunderstood. Rightfully so, they're a villain.
So what else? So the other thing I'll show you for our the charity auction, not only will we be auctioning, I'll say auctioning off, but donating for the paintings and the wine glasses and the resin boards. I put together swag packages. They're surprise swag packages.
Okay.
So there's probably 20 or so swag packages. They're all at least a $15 to $25 value. Some of them might be even more than that. Okay. So you're not going to know what they are. I'm just going to, we're going to assign these a number, and you're going to say whatever number it is that you want. First one that gets it wins. I will say that a lot of them do have a set of mimosas brushes in them, and then something else. Mm-hmm. The aprons, mimosas aprons, bags, cups, all of the prizes, all of those swag prizes that Jen's been collecting and buying for a year now, are all in these bags, so that we don't have to move them.
Oh, okay. So you want to get them out.
So we do want you to donate for them. And again, the proceeds are all going to go to whichever charity or organization. We have, trying to think of what else is in there, but yes, definitely like the canvas bags. There's cups, there's aprons, there is some art supplies. There is...
It's all going to be on Thursday, July 21st.
Thursday? Wednesday.
Isn't it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
You know what?
What?
On your ad, it says Thursday, July 21st.
It does?
Yeah, we got to change that.
Snickerdoodles. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry. It's Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Yes. It is Wednesday.
Right. On Thursday, we have Eye of the Tiger.
Is the 22nd?
After that. The 22nd.
Yes. Okay.
Right.
So, all right. That's
Eye of the
the
Tiger
last
is going to be the day right after the auction.
The auction. Okay. All right. My bad. So sorry. It's because I used the same ad and swapped it out, and the last time we did it was on a Thursday.
Right.
We're almost done, Rascal. We're almost done, Rascal.
It happens.
Yes.
Eye of the Tiger will be the 22nd.
You gonna snuggle up to Mom? What?
8 p.m. Eastern Start Time.
I'm going to shout it up to Mom. What? I know.
Oh, don't start getting him worked up. You ain't done yet.
Sure we
You
are.
ain't completely done.
Why not?
You done?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're done.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us.
That's right. We hope you guys had a great time tonight. We enjoyed it.
We needed it. I know I needed it.
Always need it. I could do this every night if I didn't have to worry
We
about
would like
other
to.
work.
We would like to do this every
If I
night.
didn't have to worry about other work.
But thank you again for joining us tonight. And we look forward to seeing you again.
That's right. Say thanks, Rascal.
Night, night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. We'll see everybody next Wednesday or Tuesday for Kid Camp.
All right.
Good night. All right, Rascal.